Yeah, family, time to start the show. Okay, what's up, family? I recently received a request from one of our female family members that asked me to do a topic on why women are so much better at sneaking a peek at the opposite sex than men are, and why do they get caught less. And I'm actually gonna kind of talk around that topic because the simple answer to that, just to answer that question, is because women are sneakier than men. They're better at being sneaky. But I'm gonna use the idea of that topic to delve into something that's much more deeper and much more threatening to relationships, and they honestly shouldn't be. So a long time ago, I'm dating a female, and I remember we were in Manhattan, and we're actually at the Macy's on 34th Street. So we had actually just started talking, and you know, I'm still in my rawness phase, so you know, I'm half man, half asshole, to be brutally honest with you. But I still had core values that were pretty much important to me. Imagine that, a dog with values. Let's move on, shall we? And I remember walking down the street, and this girl walks by, and she was really fly, and I sure did look at her. And I didn't sneak a peek. No, I looked at her, and she looked at me, and you know, she acknowledged me, and I acknowledged her, and I kept it moving. So the woman I was with actually took notice to this, and you know, was like, well, "What you doing looking at another girl? You with me?" And I looked at her like she had lost her damn mind. Like, you know, I was like, "Listen, let me be honest with you. These are my eyes. You don't own my eyes. And if I want to look at somebody, I'm gonna look at someone. Plain and simple." You know, and I said, if you don't like that, then we don't got to deal with each other. And she was like, well, I don't like it. And I was like, okay, we're done. And that was the end of it. And I think when I reflect back on that today, you know, I can see why someone will have a problem with that. But at the same time, I still 100% disagree with them. And I'm going to go into the reasons why. We live in a world where it is filled with attractive people. And attraction is something that is natural. Attraction is not something that is forced upon you. It is harder to avoid looking at something you're naturally attracted at than it is to not. You know, a simple example of that would be, you know, if you're walking in the mall and something catches your eye, it's harder to ignore it than it is to go up and take a look at it and at least price it and, you know, make sure you can afford it. So attraction is something that is absolutely natural for all of us. So now I know from my experience, from all my female friends, that a lot of women hate when they're with a man or their man and he looks at another woman and they get upset and you're disrespecting me and this and that and that and this. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all ladies, that is a waste of energy, because the reality is you can't keep anyone that don't want to be kept. And if something catches their eye and it is that empowering to them where they want to leave you for them, then it's going to happen no matter what you do. And that's just the reality of it. We put too much pressure on what we deem respectful. And the reason why I say that is because anybody I'm in a relationship with who I'm going to extend the courtesy of my life with, and she's going to extend the courtesy of her life with me, then the purpose of a relationship for me is me taking on that person to be my friend. And when I say my friend, I mean my best friend, because we all know that we confide more in our partners than we do any of our closest male friends, or for the females, female friends. You know, you got that pillow talk. You just share shit with them that you don't really share with everybody else, from your insecurities to some of your most private goals, or whatever we're talking about. And my biggest thing is this, like I've said to you guys in a video before, my philosophy is pretty simple. So let me say it again. Everything is black and white, and the gray is the bullshit we make up in between. And I don't do gray. And when I say that, what I mean is that if I have a girlfriend, the same way she acts around her girls when she's on the street, I want her to feel comfortable enough to act that same way around me. If we do not share that same comfortability, then to me, it's fake. I don't want her to be somebody else when just because I'm around and I'm her man. Because at the end of the day, if we walking down the street and she sees some dude that blows her away and she really wants to be with him, then truthfully, she doing me a favor by leaving anyway. Because there's a woman that's going to feel that same way about me, and that's the one I want anyway. One who's going to look into my eyes, look at me, and realize that I am her heaven on earth. All right, so now let me give you a personal example of creating a relaxed and healthy environment for a relationship to exist in. I've only had one relationship, and this was a 7-year relationship. Me and my ex, we'd go to the club, and I'd say to her, like, listen, I bet you I can get more numbers than you. You know, and in my head, I knew I couldn't. Like, you can really never get more numbers than a woman. Like, you know, she pop out a titty and it's game over. I believe in Jesus. I believe. You know, but it was that relaxed atmosphere and that coolness that we were able to feed off to have a good time and lighten the pressure of some common jealousy relationship issues. Unfortunately, with relationships, we tend to put so many restrictions on our significant other that really have nothing to do with the core of our relationship. So the point of my message to women out there, if you're a woman that if you're with a man, he looks at another woman and you go crazy, you're killing yourself. And you're creating an unhealthy environment for your relationship to exist on an honest and real level. And at the end of the day, you do the same thing. Because you sneak and he doesn't see you, or you're better at doing it than he is, does it make it more right? No. And the fact is that you can't control that attraction where you're gonna look. And whether it's a 2-second look or a 30-second look, the energy is the same. You committed the crime, so don't persecute a man for committing the same crime. Now, again, granted, his crime may last longer, but crime is crime. You know, sin is sin. So we can't balance. I mean, you cannot balance it out for your own selfish justification. It does not work. But again, the point I'm trying to make is let the little stuff go. I'm the type of person, and now listen, I got 1,000 subscribers. Now let's say all 1,000 subscribers are women, and this next statement I'm going to make is going to affect 500 of them that no longer want to marry me no more. Then so be it. Because I only want the 500 or the 500 that best mesh who I am. And the statement is this: if I'm walking down the street with my girl and I see a beautiful girl, I'm like, yo, shorty look good. I might have to hit that. And she, you know, and she looks at me, we start laughing, we have a joke, because that's all it is. Now, granted, she knows without question, of course I would, I'm a man. But at the end of the day, can I communicate with my partner in that lightheartedness? And the flip side is, can she do the same with me? And of course she can, because at the end of the day, I'm not worrying about no man taking my girl, because I don't have that type of control. I mean, hell, if I had that kind of control, then Oprah would have been here last night and Beyonce would be on her way today.
I wanna see where you got it. I'm the hottest around there. Know when they see you rolling them polars around it. Gotta slow.
Oprah got the money, Beyonce got the looks. And for you men, you jealous men out there, calm down. If you're walking down the street and a dude looks at your girl, he's supposed to. He's a man. And don't act like when you're in the same position, you don't look at somebody else's dime. It is what it is. People have a right to look at what they're attracted to. What they do not have a right to do is cross that boundary. So stop wasting your energy on this respect thing that is not real. Respect comes from loving you. Respect comes from doing for you, always being there for you, being consistent with you. If a man is going to look, let the man look. So my final thought on this is that we need to relax and we need to focus on what's important. And at the end of the day, the wandering eye is not what's important. If you want to worry about anything that may wander, worry about their heart. When their heart starts to wander, now you have an issue. Let the eyes be the eyes and let the eyes do what they want to do. All right? I know a few of my beautiful, 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 sexy subscribers are probably going to have something to disagree with that. And that's okay. But just remember, you can't control everything. Please. Let it go. One love, y'all.